don't even have this plugged in. Take 125. There's supposed to be a microphone going, so let me do this again. Hooray. Start again. Hi there, and welcome back to Knit and Spin with Brie. I am Brie, your host, and this is episode 6 of my podcast. I am drawing a blank on what I'm doing. I know. Let's just check my notes in my cool owl notebook. A lot of interference going on. Tapping and stuff. I should probably not have the microphone on the table. I think that's what it is. Okay, so notes for episode 6. Let's go into FOs. I don't know if you maybe noticed that right here on my lovely mannequin, I finally finished my best friend's birthday shawl. I am so happy with it. This is Dreaming in a Field of Wildflowers. I will have the author of the pattern and everything in the show notes below. I finished it. I blocked it. I'm so pleased with it. This is just not a shawl pin. This is a hairpin. It was my mom's. It's a little bent, but it's like one of those chopstick thingies. Anyway. Oh, I don't even think I can get it off of the mannequin because I'm comfortable on the floor. Absolutely love how this turned out. It's just so pretty. I don't really know what to say about it. It was flying off the needles for a long time, in the sense that I was just working on it constantly. And then I was just like, things kind of caught my eye and distracted me with it, so I moved on a little bit. And then I went back to it, and I was just like, oh, section. Oh, there's only 2 more sections left. I can get this done. So I did. So Hannah, if you watch this, I'm not sure if you actually watch this. I don't even know if I told you guys that I have a podcast. Anyway, if you watch this, it's done. It's coming your way. I'll make it all wrapped up and pretty for you for your birthday. Belated birthday. It's been a while. I know. That is my only FO this week. I do have a few new cast-ons. But before I get into my whips, I do want to point out another thing that I have finished previously before I even started the podcast in terms of socks. Here they are. it's just the Patton's Croy. I think it was my first episode where I was just like, I can't remember what it is. It starts with a P. Yeah, Patton's Croy. You can get it at a big box store normally, like Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby or whatever your big box craft store is. You can typically get it. So, I had made some socks for myself with Afterthought heels. And, okay, so these fit me nicely. I mean, not so much the leg because I have really fat calves, but not fat, thick calves, large calves, muscular, not even muscular. I don't work out. I have large rounded calves, so the leg doesn't fit me very well, but the foot fits me perfectly. And if some of you follow my Instagram, I had put in that I had finally ordered sock blockers. And I was just like, oh, is this going to make me really want to get more into socks and, super excited and everything. So they came in. I ordered 2 sets because I want to have, multiples to, show them all pretty on my podcast and everything. But let me show you what my little issue is. Here they are. These are the size large. I'll put it down here. Let me show you what it looks like when I put this perfectly. This is the 64 stitch vanilla sock because I wear size 10 shoes in women's because I have large feet. I'm very tall. I'm almost 6 foot. Let me put it on here for you. Size large. Should fit. What's wrong here? Either I have really wide feet or these aren't large, like size large sock blockers. Yes, they were inexpensive, but I will have to invest in some actually really nice decorative ones that fit my sock size correctly. But right now, I'm thinking that this is probably a size 7 or even less in women's U.S. I don't know European sizes, but yeah, these are not what I was expecting. They're still really nice, and I think I'm going to stain them and use them as blockers for smaller size socks that I make for family members or decorations for when I might be moving into my new house next year. More on that later. But yeah, I got 2. Sorry, crinkle party. 2 sets. I do want to seal and stain them both because they're a little rough. Another thing of finished objects, not knitting related, but I posted on my Instagram that I did a painting, a paint night, but it was a paint and sip at my office because they were doing a connectivity event. And I made this beautiful painting. No, I think that it looks like my child drew it. I'm normally a lot better at these. I have about 7 others in my room. Maybe I'll make a video of going through those so that you can see them and see what else I've done. But they're all very fun. They just seem to get better the more wine you drink. I think that's what it is. But yeah, that's my little finished painting. Moving on into whips. Sorry, I had to do that for Ray at the Needles at the Ready podcast with Kevin and Ray. I couldn't remember Kevin's name the last time I mentioned it. They're both incredibly entertaining to watch, by the way. They will be linked below. Every tap, it's like, picks it up. Okay. Whips. I am still working on the Pippin Pin Mama honeycomb brioche cardigan for my family member. She definitely probably knows. But I'm going to make it a secret until the end, dang it. I've only done like 4 rows on it because I wanted to get the shawl done and I passed on another project. So, but I finally switched out the cord so it's not all bunched up. And here's what it is at so far. There's like no change. Oops. There's like no change. I'm hopefully gonna start working on this more soon because it's due in like a few months, so I need to really get on this. I will hopefully next episode have more progress on it. Fingers crossed. My only other whip that I have going right now is the Anchors sweater from Petite Knit. I was talking with all my knitting friends on Instagram and stuff, and I'm just like, I've never joined a knit along. I'd really like to. I think I just get hung up on yarn or something like that. I'm just like, I don't know. Do you have any suggestions? So all of my knitting friends came back at me with a bunch of knit-alongs that they're joining or what they've connected with other podcasters to start cows and stuff like that. So thank you, Laura. Oh, I really need to be more prepared. I'm like getting crazy right now. Laura at the Knitting Pickle suggested some. Lucy at This Nanny Knits suggested some cows, which is where this one came from. And then also Magda from Magda Knits suggested a few too. So I'm very happy. I entered my shawl into the one that Magda suggested with Little Monkeys and Me, Fernanda. I checked out her podcast too. She's pretty awesome. She has kids just like I do, and I understand the mom life. But she has a shawl, across the pond shawl cowl going on, and she's knit like 1 million shawls since she started already. And they're all beautiful. So I decided to enter this one. I will definitely have to, enter my own, like a selfish knit for myself. I'll make a shawl, and I'll enter that one as well if I cast it on. We'll see. So the other one is Anchors Obsessed Cal. Hashtag Anchors Obsessed Cal. And it's Lucy. Why am I blanking? Yeah, it's Lucy from the Snanny Knits and FiberBound. Allie, or Alexandra. I don't know what you go by. I think you introduce yourself as Alexandra every episode, or, in your introductory. But you also have Alipay on one of your other social media accounts. So I thought maybe you go by Allie. But anyway, FiberBound, great podcast. She did a bunch of. Okay, I'm getting off topic. I'm gonna do podcasts at the end, or closer to the end. Back to whips. This is all over the place, but that's it. It is what it is. So, I cast on this Anchors sweater, and it's going to be for my son. It's in Karen Simply Soft, 100% acrylic. I can talk. In the colorway, I wrote it down. Did I? I wrote it down in the show notes on my computer, not my notebook. I'm just gonna check really fast. Oh, denim jeans. This is really dark for denim jeans. It's like a navy blue. But yeah, I cast this on Monday. I got through the whole yoke and separated for the sleeves that day. And have just been working on the body since then, here and there, because I wanted to finish that. So I switched, on Tuesday I switched back to finishing that, the shawl, and then went back to knitting on this. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to finish this sweater for my son Henry, who's my oldest. He is going to be 7 in November. I'm going to finish this for him. He doesn't have any sweaters that fit him anymore, because he grows like a freaking weed. Probably going to finish this before I finish the other one. The cardigan for my family member. That's supposed to be like a surprise knit. But this is a kid's garment. It should be fairly quick. Probably have it mostly done by next podcast. So yeah, that's what I got on the needle so far. I also, my posture is crappy. I'm also sitting on the floor, so okay. Let's straighten your back a little bit so you don't look like a hunchback person. I didn't even say what I'm wearing. So, what I am wearing is my Siri pullover. This is the second sweater I ever knit. The original pattern is a cardigan. I modified it to being a pullover, so I edited out the button band and whatever, and just joined it in the round. But yeah, I love this sweater. It doesn't keep me. This is 100% acrylic yarn as well. It was before the ways of the wool, but it does keep me warm. I'm actually getting quite warm in it right now, but I wanted to wear something yarny for my podcast, but it's just been so hot. Okay, yeah, so that's what knitting news is I have those two cows that I joined, which is the Across the Pond Shawl Cow on Instagram and Ravelry. And then I also joined the Anchors Cow, which is any Anchors pattern by Petite Knit. She has a bunch, and they're all great patterns, super simple to follow. So I joined that one. So I now am a part of 2 knit-alongs. I'm very proud of myself. And then Laura she's releasing a new pattern. And she did a test knit call. I had to be a part of it. I have never done a test knit before, but I did make her corset socks in like 2 days. And absolutely loved every single moment of it. So when she came out with her test call for her lovely Anna socks, which are also a colorwork sock, I jumped on the opportunity to be a part of that and wanting to knit that for her, give her notes or anything. I'm sure it's still beautifully written. I did read through the pattern. It's super easy to follow. She gives you little like notes and tutorials, which is great. I'm having hang-ups about my yarn choices because the yarn that I would want to use isn't in a ball yet. And I kind of want to go through what I have already, caked up. So I have like a shelf in my room of scraps, but like caked up leftover yarn that I could use that for. So I think I might just choose that. I will swatch, I promise. And I will put it on Instagram saying, proving that I swatched for this. I don't swatch. But I will. For a test knit, I want to be serious about it, and I want to give you the best outcome, advice. I don't know. The comments. I don't really know. I've never done a test knit before. Notes. The best notes that I can for this test knit. I'm very excited. Super, super duper excited. So, yay! Thank you for choosing me to do test knit on the lovely Anna socks. Okay. What else am I doing? I want to personally thank Dana. I don't want to butcher your last name. Nellums, I think is her last name. But she watched my podcast. She went to my Etsy store. She was really excited about. She's a new spinner. She wants to watch my content and my upcoming spinning tutorials once I launch those. I will, I promise. And she went to my Etsy store and she got some of my hand-dyed fiber to spin. And I am so thankful. She is my second ever sale, and I've been on Etsy since January. Etsy ads don't work, by the way. And sales don't really work either unless you're making a lot of sales, because by the time Etsy transfers money to you and they take their cut and like whatever else, you end up with like pennies at the end, which is depressing and got me really frustrated about my Etsy shop not doing very well because I don't have a lot of traffic going to my own Etsy shop. Anyway, that was just a self tangent. Thank you so much, Dana. It really means a lot that you support me through my store. It keeps me being able to do the things that I love, to keep doing content for you guys, keep dyeing fiber and yarn and stuff to stock my shop. Not that I need to dye anymore because it's still fully stocked. But yeah, thank you so much. I just need a little sip. So, I think it was since Monday, I reached 100 subscribers. I know to some people that's just like 100, that's really not that big of a deal. It's a huge deal to me. I am a very introverted person. I'm not social in any way. I did not, build out my Instagram or anything before starting this. I was never on social media before I started doing this. I started doing this because I wanted to have a sense of community, be part of, have friendships with people that enjoy the same things that I did. So that wouldn't judge me for liking yarn or having this hobby or loving doing what we're doing. I started this to have that connection with people that are like me. And the fact that 100 people are watching, even the fact that 50 people or 10 people are watching my podcast that are not family, by the way, that are watching my podcast, commenting, saying how much they really enjoy my content, or looking forward to the next one, or looking forward to more, it means the world to me. I just really want to thank you guys. It's almost very overwhelmingly emotional for me to have this connection when I really haven't had this kind of connection in a while for the crafting, besides with my mom. So, thank you dearly. So now that I have reached 100 subscribers, I want to do a giveaway. It might be, you're jumping the gun or whatever, but I really, really want you guys to, a lucky winner or whatever, just to experience something that I've made, I've created, my hand-dyed yarn, my hand-dyed fiber. I want to put it out there. And I don't really care about the cost to me. I want you guys to enjoy what I enjoy. So, I'm doing a giveaway. And I'm going to give away one full skein of fingering weight yarn with a pom-pom. So, I was looking at my shawl over here for my friend Hannah, and this is how much I have left of that one time at karaoke. I was looking at the colors, and I'm just like, I think I have a pom-pom that matches this, like, perfectly. It's kind of crazy. I have a pom-pom that matches this colorway perfectly. Let's just look at it together, please. So yeah, I'm going to have, if you want to join the giveaway, please, please, please comment below, like and subscribe my videos and my channel. And you, by the next time I podcast, you could be getting this awesome pom-pom with a full skein of my That One Time at Karaoke colorway of fingering weight yarn. Isn't that so pretty? and probably some other goodies. So, yes, I really wanted to do that for you guys. I'm just really wanting to put myself out there more. I want to become more of the part of the community. I keep getting more and more like down on myself. Like no one really watches. No one likes this place. No one really cares about me. And I know that sounds like, oh, throw yourself a pity party, Brie, but I feel like I'm getting to the point where I really am so appreciative of the community that is knitting podcasters, fiber related, and it's so important to me that I really am trying so hard for everyone to like me. So if I'm like messaging you on Instagram and I'm just like, hey, I'm Brie, I just want to reach out to you because I really want to have you as a friend, I'm not being stalkery. I am really wanting to have more friends that are in the fiber community, making those connections and having those friendships, which I think that I have really started creating with, Brogan at Woolly Witchcraft and Magda. Magda subscribed to my channel before I knew who she was, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you like me? I like you too. You're awesome. So we've had a great start off relationship. 2, we chat all the time on Instagram. Makes it sound like this has been a long time, but it hasn't been that long. It feels like we've known each other for a long time. And having that, our base connection with knitting and crafting, you have that immediate connection with people. And it feels like you've known them for a while. So when I say that we've been chatting all the time, we have such a great relationship, and we're really good friends, it may not have been a long time, but it feels like it's been a long time. And then with Lucy and this Nanny Knits, and then Laura from Penrose Knits. I just realized that all of my friends are from overseas. I don't have a lot of yarny friends that are in the States, unless you count Fernanda, because she's my friend now too, from Little Monkeys and Me. Yeah, all my friends are kind of overseas. It's kind of funny. So yeah, fiber community. I don't even know where I was going with that. Fiber community. It's great. It's very inviting. Everyone's really nice. No one really judges you for being you. How can I? What I'm going to segue. Not a good segue. I'm going to shift gears into recommend podcasts. So, I recently started watching FiberBound with Allie, or Alexandra, on YouTube. She has Vlogmas. She did 2 years of Vlogmas before she started her podcast. I binge watched the Vlogmas and it made me so happy. Like, it put me in such a better mood because for most knitters, crafters, Christmas time is their favorite time of year because it's the time of year of gifts, of cuddling up and, getting warm and knitty and all that. So it really made me feel happy every time I watched an episode of her Vlogmas. And I'm planning on doing a Vlogmas this year, definitely doing that, because it looks so enjoyable, super fun. So, thank you, Allie. Whoever suggested it, thank you so much, because she's awesome, and I'm probably going to reach out to her. She's also in the test knit for Laura's lovely Anna socks. So I might just kind of, hey, I saw you in the test knit. Just want to get to know you better. I have a podcast us too. We're besties now. Anyway, Allie at FiberBound. She's really, really entertaining. Another podcast that I found, she's only got like 23 subscribers. I really try and look for the podcasts that are just kind of starting out and don't really have a high subscriber count. Because I was there. Like, not that I have a high subscriber count right now, but I really want to get those people out there more. Because I was there, I reached out to other people, they mentioned me, and then they brought their fans over to me, and they like me, so it's like a whole butterfly effect? I don't know. We're all sharing, I think, is what I want to say. We're all sharing fans, friends, because we're all in the same community, so I really want to like bring all those people that aren't as well known deeper into our community, our circle of friends. So this other gal that I found is Elena from Be Creative. She only has four episodes out. Three episodes. And it's BEA Creative. She talks a little fast, but she's really entertaining. She loves growing plants. She has kids. Again, like me, I get all the mommy vibes from her. So, really, she's really great to watch. She has great content. She knits super fast and has a bunch of projects. Unlike me, currently. But check her out if you'd like. I will have everyone linked below. The next one, I really, really want to emphasize her. It's My North Knit Corner with Anne. She's in northern Norway. And like I said, most of my knitting friends are overseas. Not in the US. But she has 2 episodes out of her podcast, and it was her birthday recently on the 25th of August. So happy birthday, Anne. Thank you so much for your shout out in your podcast about me, saying all those lovely things. Like, I almost got really choked up, and I'm just like, thank you so much. I think that you're such a strong woman and amazing with all the things that you've been through in your life. And you have a 5-year-old son who's in 1st grade. I have a 6-year-old son who's in 1st grade this year. So we have a lot in common. So, yes, thank you so much, Anne. Lots of love to you. Everyone who hasn't heard of Anne or My North Knit Corner, go check her out. She is definitely someone that you want to get to know. This is her first podcast in English, and she does amazingly. She's just like, is that the right terminology? But no, you're doing great, Anne. Like, it all really makes sense. Don't worry about, like, is this exactly what they say in English? Don't worry about it. It's how even you talking is very soothing. Your accent, I think that's kind of what attracts me to most of my other podcasting knitty friends is their accents are different than mine, and I don't really like my California accent. Anyway, so check her out. She's great. Link down below. I keep scratching my nose because fiber and itching happens. The last one that I want to suggest is probably all of you know her. My God, stop barking. All of my neighbors that have dogs, they just stick their dogs on their balcony when they're barking and leave them out there. Yeah, you can probably pick that up because I'm seeing it go on the soundboard here. So, yeah, knitting traditions with Inga. I think that most everyone that's probably subscribed to me knows who that is. Inga's really, really soothing to watch. She's from Norway. She has a beautiful Norwegian accent. She's a doctor. She's a OBGYN. Her friend crocheted her a uterus. And it's called the cuterus. It's so adorable. So yeah, if you haven't seen her, which I'd be surprised because she's very popular, go check her out. She's great too. What else do I have? Let me just go through my list here. I did recommended podcasts. I did my 100 subscriber giveaway with Skein and Pom Pom. I did my FOs, whips, and my thank you to Dana, and my test knits and knit alongs. So now I'm just going to kind of go into personal stuff, like house stuff. If you don't want to stay, no big deal. I will see you next week. I am for sure going to work on spinning videos, I promise. I keep saying I promise, but now that I figured out equipment, mics and soundboards and, tutorial arm crane things to the overhead camera coming soon. And if you're signing off and you don't want to hear my personal stuff, go right ahead. See you next time. Bye. Oh my God. One more thing. One more fiber related thing. If you're here this long, thank you. Or I might clip it and cut it into the thingy. But I sent a fleece to be processed to a mill, and I wanted it blended with silk, and I got it back today. Okay, it's going to be crinkly, but let me show you. So I asked the mill, which is Wild Red Clover Ranch and Mill, with Annette Allen and her family. They're friends of my mom-in-law's, and I've met her. She spins. She's really good. I have a bunch of her fiber, or her processed fiber that I have worked with. She does a great job. She recently got her spinning equipment for like commercial spinning. But I really wanted roving because I wanted to spin it myself. I will have her also linked below to her website. She is based out of Utah, which is where me and my family are moving to. Here's just a little cloud of it. It's like pencil roving. So, but it's so fluffy and white. Because when I sent it to her, obviously it was really, really dirty. It was a portion of a fleece that I got off Etsy of Rambouillet. And Rambouillet Targhee Cross, I think is what it was. And they have a lot of bounce in their fiber. So I'm super excited to spin it up and then have like this super fluffy, bouncy fiber. And then dye it. I can't dye it as it is right now, but spun up, then dyed, and then posted in my shop or, giveaways. But it's a 80-20 blend. I am really, really excited. Annette, you did a really good job. Very, very happy. Okay, yes, now that is all I have. For those of you that have stayed to listen to my just, personal stuff, I redid my nails before the podcast. I took some time-lapse videos of me doing it, but the angle was really weird and I didn't notice until I was done, so I was like, I'll just delete it and just show you guys on the podcast anyway. So I do my nails myself. I used to get acrylics all the time at a salon, but then, the pandemic happened, everything was closed, and I'm just like, I got sick and tired of looking at my ugly, bare nails, so I'm just like, it's probably not that hard to do it yourself. So I went on Amazon, the good old Amazon, ordered all the stuff to do acrylic dip nails. Found out I was really freaking allergic to the powder and got what you call dip flu. So anytime I used it, I would have a severe allergic reaction. I couldn't breathe through my nose for 2 days. It's miserable. So I have all this dip powder stuff that I really can't use. And then I was just like, I'll just go into gel. I'll do gel. Get the UV light. So I got thermal gel, which changes depending on the temperature. So I know when obviously I know when I'm cold, but other people can tell when I'm cold because my nails will change colors. And when I'm in my office, because, the boss keeps it Arctic levels in there, my nails are really dark blue. Well, now they will be, because before they would be deep green. So yeah, I love doing my nails. They're a lot of fun. Both my boys love having their toenails painted. And every time I do my nails, oh, Mom, I want you to do my nails too. So I do their toes, because they get covered with shoes anyway, so it doesn't matter. And their toes look super cute. I tell them that I can't do their toes until I have to redo my toes, which I probably do need to redo. But I was lazy today, and I was just like, I'm not going to do my toes, my nails, and both you boys' toes. I don't have time for that. So anyway, nails aside, house stuff. So things are a bit better in terms of housing. I think we are going to purchase a house in Utah, one of these new builds. It's going to be a smaller model than what we initially thought we could afford, but it will still work, and it's still going to be bigger than what we have. Actually, any of the models will be bigger than what we have in terms of square footage. But I just really wanted one that had a functional kitchen, because the smallest model it was like one countertop, and that was it, and an island that had the sink in the island, and it was really small. So I was really worried. I'm just like, well, I mean, we can always keep looking, but, it's stressful. And so it seems like it's leaning towards one of the smaller models, but not the smallest, and I did a lot of notes and math with add-ons and things in our budget and what our mortgage payments and insurance and property taxes and stuff would be, and then per month. And it's looking good. I did have to cut a lot of things that we would want to be upgraded. But I'm just like, oh, anything can really be upgraded later. So we don't need it all right now, and it's just functionality purposes that need to be done right now. So don't think about cosmetic, think functionality. So I did all that. And we're still a little bit shy in the budget for some of those really functionality kind of things. So I'm hoping to persuade a little bit more into our budget. But we'll see. Things are looking up, though. I'm not all as, it's not going to happen anymore. I think that it's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of what is going to be in the house now. But I'm super excited. As soon as, we go to design studio and do all that, I'll probably do a little bit of filmy for you guys, take you guys with me, show you what's going on. Anything else going on in my life right now? Yes. Me and my husband just got the Magic Key Disneyland passes that are the replacement for the annual pass to Disneyland. Because we have a planned family vacation that we do every year with it was with my mom and dad, and then my brothers and sisters, their families, and all of that. So this will be the first year of doing it without my mom being there. So we all kind of really wanted to go and have that. So, because me and my husband haven't been able to go for the last 3 years, I think, because it's just so expensive to go to Disneyland. It really is. And it's not practical. But this year's kind of special. Next month is the 1-year anniversary of my mom's death. 5 days before my birthday. It's going to be really hard. But, I have things to help me get through it. But yeah, Disneyland. In November. I'm super excited. And my kids are super excited. If you live in California, they have the Magic Key Pass, and they have different tiers of the Magic Key Pass, and they allow you to have the payment plan. So instead of, going all in at once for certain tickets, which can be really, really pricey, you only have to go in for a certain percentage of the overall cost, and then it's payments, which seemed a lot more feasible for us in the long run. And then you go twice to Disneyland on your, Magic Pass or Magic Key or whatever, and it's paid itself, practically. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. I don't think I have anything else to say. I think this was almost an hour of talking. So yeah, I hope the audio was okay. I mean, in the headphones it sounds alright. I was probably going to hear some dogs barking. I'm really sorry. But until next week, I will see you guys, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. It's almost Labor Day, so yay for that 3-day weekend. Alright. Have a good night. Bye. Testing take 57. I have a new mic. Thank you, Dad. Oh god, that was weird. New mic. My dad got me a microphone, little soundboard thingy, DJ thingamajig. I'm just testing audio a little bit and seeing what things work. Like, yeah, so that's just what this is. I might add this, but we'll see. And I'm also a little bit closer now. I think that being a lot of the other podcasts that I watch, they're very like floating head. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but it's a lot closer up than what I've been filming. I don't typically like filming this close because it feels like you can see every pore in my face. And I don't wear makeup. All of the podcasts that I watch, their skin is flawless and beautiful, and sure, they wear a little bit of makeup, but Mama ain't got time for that. So, no makeup. That's why the glasses typically hide the bags under my eyes from not sleeping very well. This is totally gonna get cut. Why am I doing this to myself? Alright, I'm gonna grab more wine because it makes better. So, be right back. God, I'm getting so old.